Dear friends, we are in the Kloster Ihlow, the monastery of Ihlow. You can see here a statue of a monk, and we are in the Ostfriesland. So I invite you to come and visit with me to the cloister. See here the amazing view of the cloister, which was here up to the 15th century and which was being destroyed after the Reformation. So here we have a plan of the how the cloister was at that time. It was almost in this structure. So let us go inside. Now we are entering into the cloister, the monastery, and we can see here the walls, the church which was once upon a time one of the famous churches in this whole North Friesland, between Groningen and also Bremen. And we are inside this church, and the church walls are reconstructed, which was being destroyed. And there is also an underground church. Unfortunately, today I cannot show you that because of the corona situation here. It is being closed. But then we can visit the exterior part of this church. So now let us look at this facade on the top. It is so amazing to see in this nature. So I saw a church, and at that time it was definitely so important, and it was in a center of the Cistercian monks here. So let us now approach a little more the church. So now here let us see that in the Ostfriesland, in the medieval time, this was one of the important cloister, important monastery, and we can see this wall, the structure, how they were, how it was being built. And then now let us look back to the part where there was the altar, and inside this structure there was the main altar, and in the underground we can see that when we go on the top we can look into that altar without going inside the cave. And the monks, they were living here. At that time it was an important place. They were having their prayers. They used to have a big garden in this place. We can also see in the other side where the monks worked at that time. Now we are going up to the main altar of the church, which existed before in the 15th up to the 15th century. See, now this is being newly structured from 2000. Year 2000 it was opened for the public, and this is a restructuring how the monastery looked at that time. So here it's almost the structure of the church of that time. Now let us approach again a little more. Here there is a, you can see a tower to go up, something like a bell tower, but then now unfortunately because of the corona we cannot go up. It is being closed now, but this whole view is so beautiful, so amazing. Now let us approach a little more to see. I want to show you also the altar. So here there is a big glass, and inside we can look through, and I don't know how well we can see, but then if you look, there is a you can see a altar, a table is being set down, and that is to see this was where before the main altar was. So this everything is being destroyed, and this is a newly structured in order to remind how it was this monastery. So now when we look from here to the other side, we can see the entrance and how big this whole church was once upon a time. And then along with this church where the monks lived, there was also a garden. Now there is also a labyrinth. People can walk, and behind also there are forests with a lot of walkways, paths where people can go for walk or for cycling. Now I would like also to show you a plan of this church, which is also here interesting, so you get a little more idea how this whole church was before. So now we are going to see a plan of the church in Ihlow. So this was how what we saw now. I have showed you the altar here, the structure, and then this was one of the important churches of that time, in the medieval time, and it was being destroyed in the 15th century. So this was how the church structure at that time. So we have visited the monastery of Ihlow, and this is the new structure that is being built here for the tourists now. Certainly the monastery is no more today, but this is only to understand in the back there was a monastery here. So I hope you all liked this place. I wish you all a good day. Thank you for watching this video.